بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على Rasulullah. We continue reading from Imam Al-Ghazali's The Jewels of the Qur'an, Jawahir Al-Qur'an. We are using Muhammad Abul Qasim's translation, and we have reached Surah Al-An'am because there are 45 verses. We read some of these verses yesterday. Inshallah, we'll continue and complete these verses today. We are reading, we are on page 97, and we will start with verse 73. He it is who created the heavens and the earth in accordance with the requirements of truth and wisdom. The day, he says, concerning a thing be, it becomes. His words shall be fulfilled. His will be the kingdom. On the day when the trumpet will be blown, he is knower of the unseen and the visible. He is all wise, the all aware. وهو الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بالحق ويوم يقول كن فيكون قوله الحق وله الملك يوم ينفخ في الصور عالم الغيب والشهادة وهو الحكيم الخبير. In Arabic, kun, be. Some Muslim scholar said, a Muslim scholar said that his will, the divine will, is between, in Arabic, because it is kun. Be in English is also two letters. In Arabic, it is two letters. Al-Kaf wa Nun. So his will, they said that it is between Kaf and Nun, and I understand the meaning to be it is immediately. The moment he wills, the moment he says be, and it is. And we are continuing with the themes that we have mentioned yesterday, including the creation, and here again, the creation of the heavens and the earth have been mentioned. They have been created بالحق, truth, in accordance with truth. His will be the kingdom on the day when the trumpet will be blown. وله الملك يوم ينفخ في الصور. In fact, it is his kingdom. Everything in the universe belongs to him. But it could be the part of the meaning is that on that day everyone will realize that those who thought that this life is endless, ongoing, that they had a grip on this life, that those who thought that it is not that whatever they gain is not perishable, that it is not, that will not perish, really, that's not perishable. Anyone who thought that this life is somehow will not end, they will be, of course, be proven wrong. In fact, it's really at the moment of death. So, but this is really a confirmation. Allahu Alam. And probably the next verse does tell something about what people do, which is really taking idols as gods. Call to mind when Abraham said to his father Azar, do you take idols for God? Or do you take idols for gods? I see you and your people in manifest error. وإذ قال إبراهيم لأبيه آزر أتتخذ أصناما آلهة إني أراك وقومك في ضلال مبين. Now, the biblical name of Abraham's father is Terah, and the Qur'an says that وإذ قال إبراهيم لأبيه آزر. First of all, let us confirm the Quranic narrative is muhaymin in above. It has the upper hand above all previous revelations, in the sense of course, if had these revelations remained intact with no that did not suffer from the vagaries of transmission, then there should be no differences between the Quran and the previous revelations. Number two is that أبيه could be interpreted as ما تعبدون من بعدي قال نعبد إلهك وإله آبائك. The children of Jacob, when they mentioned his father and his grandfather, and so they mentioned two generations included in the parents and those who belong to that generation, and also the grandfather. So we talk about Abraham and Isaac primarily, but both were described as آبائك. Another story in the Quran, in this story of Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam with the Prophet Moses, peace upon him, with Al-Khidr. This is in Surah Al-Kahf. There were three instances in which Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam did not understand, did not have the patience until Khidr would explain to him what was going on. He caused just a little bit damage. He created a hole in the hull of the ship, of the boat, if you will, and it was a new ship, and he killed the boy. And number three, they asked people from a village for food, for hospitality, and they denied them hospitality, and they found a wall that was about to fall, and Al-Khidr put it in order. He fixed it without really any compensation from the village. And Sayyidina Musa asked him, told him that he could have asked for something in return. At least some, like, as an interpretation, it could be food, if you will, or something like that. But in the explanation, we learn, and I'm going to jump to number 3 directly. Their father, the two orphans, their father was a good man. Abuhuma could be understood as the direct biological father, but it could be the uncle also. So this could be one way of solving the tension between Terah and Azar. But the problem is not the name, of course. The problem is that they worshipped idols, and in the Quran, though it is not mentioned here, Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam plots against all these idols. They had a festivity, and he destroyed every single idol in town except for the greatest. And when they returned, uh, they saw the damage, and they started basically. They said that Abraham, Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, uh, mentioned them. He he seems that he made his intentions clear and public. And when they asked him about who did it, and he pointed to the greatest idol, and it's bad if they accept his uh, statement. It's bad if they deny it based on the fact that, of course, the idol cannot walk around and destroy the other idols. So if they admit that the idol is simply a piece of stone, then this is it with their creed and their belief system. In the it seems that in the Jewish tradition there is a story. I think it's a very nice story. Whether it took place or not, it's extremely effective. This story goes like this: someone came to buy an idol, and Sayyidina Ibrahim asked him, "How old are you?" And he gave a number. Uh, and Sayyidina Ibrahim asked him how could he worship uh, an idol that was 1 day old, like it was made out of stone, let's say, from during that day. So somebody, let's say, who is 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, and worship an idol that is 1 day old or 2 days old. And you know that the end result is that they tossed him into fire, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered that fire, commanded that the fire will not burn him. And this is something that Ya nar kuni barda wa salam ala Ibrahim. Imam Ghazali took this also to form his theory of causality, that there's no necessary relationship between cause and effect, except that what takes place at the time. So the effect takes place at the time of the cause. This is why it's possible for the cause to be there and the effect not to be there, like fire and does not burn. Then the verses talk about Prophet Abraham's search for truth, if you will. But this time he knows that it cannot be the idols, so he shifts into the universe, pondering on the universe. Thus we were showing Abraham our kingdom over the heavens and the earth, so that he might be of those who have sure faith. When the darkness of night outspread over him, he saw a star and exclaimed, "This is my Lord." But when it set, he said, "I do not like those that set." آفلين لا أحب قال لا أحب الآفلين. When he saw the moon rising, he said, "This is my Lord." But when it set, he said, "Had my Lord not guided me, I would most surely have been of those who go astray." How would the exact word for the star, really, in the Arabic, it is kawkab, and in general a kawkab is a planet. Now it's the sun, Finally, when he saw the sun rising, he said, "This is my Lord, this is the biggest." But when that too set, he said, "O my people, certainly I am free from that which you associate with God. I have wholly turned myself to him who originated the heavens and the earth as a man of pure faith, and am not of those who associate partners with God." The next group of verses, it is God who causes the grain of corn and the date stones to sprout. It is God who causes the grain of corn, فالق الحب. It is grain. When we say حبوب in Arabic, it's really grain. It does not say it necessarily that al-hubub is exclusively wheat, or the hubub is exclusively barley, or the hubub is exclusively oatmeal or corn. He brings forth the living from the dead, and it is he who brings forth the dead from the living. To sprout is a beautiful translation, except that the فالق الحب, because it will be followed by فالق الإصباح. The way the grain or the daystone sprouts is that it is split. That is your God. How then are you turned back? He causes the break of day and has made the night for rest. And the sun and the moon, the means for reckoning time, as if this is an answer for the reason for the function of the sun and the moon. وجعل الليل سكنا والشمس والقمر حسبانا. elsewhere لتعلموا عدد السنين والحساب. والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون القديم. So it'll be wonderful to always remember this function of the moon. It does reflect light. It's a source of light for us. It has other functions, including time, and we still need that. إن الله فالق الحب والنوى يخرج الحي من الميت ومخرج الميت من الحي ذلكم الله فأنى تؤفكون فالق الإصباح وجعل الليل سكنا والشمس والقمر حسبانا ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم. So that is the measure determined by the Almighty, the all-knowing, the omniscient. He it is who has made for you the stars, that you may follow the right direction in the darkness of the land and sea. We have explained the signs of our existence, power, and wisdom in detail for a people who know. We have explained these signs in detail. Of course, it means of existence, power, and wisdom in detail for a people who know. He it is who has produced you from a single self, من نفس واحدة. Here in brackets it says i.e. Adam. I think it goes beyond, because Adam himself was also there's that divine spirit, if you will, that was it was breathed into Adam alayhi salam. So Adam and Hawa and all humanity من نفس واحدة. And let's remember that min nafs, you have that etymology of sameness, and has appointed for you a place of temporary resort and a more permanent abode. We have expounded the signs in detail for a people who understand. It is He who sends down water from the sky. With it we bring forth the buds of every kind. When we bring forth from it green foliage, it means, from which we produce clustered grain. From the date palm, out of its spathe, spring bunches hanging low, the clusters. We also produce gardens of grapes, the olives, and the pomegranate, some similar and some dissimilar. Observe the fruit of every kind of tree when it bears fruit, and the process of its ripening. Surely in this are indeed signs for a people who believe of our existence, power, and wisdom. Again, they, meaning the polytheists, have appointed partners of God out of jinn, whereas He has created them, and they falsely attribute to Him sons and daughters without any knowledge. Glory be to Him, high be He exalted above that which they describe of Him. The originator of the heavens and the earth, subhanahu wa ta'ala. How can he have a child when he has no consort, and he has created everything and has the fullest knowledge of all things? That is God, your Lord. There is no God but He, the creator of everything, so worship Him. He is guardian over everything. Eyes cannot comprehend Him, but He comprehends all eyes. He is the all subtle, the all aware. Eyes cannot comprehend Him. لا تدركه الأبصار. Some scholars would say this is in the dunya, like in this life, like when Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so that he could see him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him, you will not see me, because it's not within the human nature to be able to see God. And but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to still accommodates Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, not by showing himself to Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, which he would not have been able to handle it, but he told him, look at that mountain, if it stays put, then you'll be able to see me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed himself to the mountain literally withered away. And some Muslim scholars would say that beatific vision is possible in paradise, in the hereafter. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is God, your Lord. There is no God but He, the creator of everything, so worship Him. He is guardian over everything. Eyes cannot comprehend Him, but He comprehends all eyes. He is the all subtle, the all aware. Clear proofs have indeed come to you from your Lord. So he who sees things clearly, it is for his own benefit, and he who ignores it is to his own loss. I am not a keeper over you. The word of your Lord shall be fulfilled in truth and justice. There is nothing that can change his words. He is the all-hearing, the all-knowing. وتمت كلمة ربك صدقا وعدلا لا مبدل لكلماته وهو السميع العليم. Your Lord is self-sufficient, merciful. He can do away with you if he pleases, and cause to succeed you anything He pleases, even as He raised you from the offspring of another people. وربك الغني ذو الرحمة إن يشأ يذهبكم ويستخلف من بعدكم ما يشاء كما أنشأكم من ذرية قوم آخرين. It is He who has produced trellised and untrellised gardens, date palms, crops, all varying in taste, the olive, the pomegranate, similar and dissimilar. Eat of the fruit of each when it bears fruit. Pay his due on the day of harvesting, but do not be extravagant. Surely He does not love the extravagant. Of the cattle, الأنعام, ومن الأنعام, hence the name, the title of this surah. Of the cattle, He produced some for burden and some for slaughter. Eat of that which God has provided for you, and do not follow in the footsteps of Satan. Surely he is a manifest enemy of you. هو الذي أنشأ جنات معروشات وغير معروشات والنخل والزرع مختلفا أكله والزيتون والرمان متشابها وغير متشابه كلوا من ثمره إذا أثمر وآتوا حقه يوم حصاده ولا تسرفوا إنه لا يحب المسرفين ومن الأنعام حمولة وفرشا كلوا مما رزقكم الله ولا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين. I really wanted to say كلوا مما رزقكم الله. There is an invitation for us to eat that which is wholesome, with the beginning in the name of God, of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Bismillah, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless our food, to bless this sustenance, this gift, this ni'mah. I'm saying this, eat in moderation, unless you in particular you have some allergy. Eat in moderation. I've listened enough to enough in the sense to form an informed opinion of all these videos on YouTube that advocate one diet or the other. In general, many would say that the Mediterranean diet is healthy, but there are those who went into extreme, and I'm just going to mention one. I can venture into many. A doctor, an American doctor, who became obsessed with the keto diet to the degree that she said about fruits, all fruits, she said they are poison. That's an extreme position. Yeah, they are not poison. And in the Qur'an mentioned these fruits, the fruits of in this world and the fruits in the hereafter. And the name might be the same, but the nature of the fruits will be different. Subhanallah. This is really a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why would you say that it is poison? This is only one example of physicians or nutritionists or what have you, dietitians who took extreme positions, and does have political implications such a position. The last group of verses from Surah Al-An'am say, my ritual prayer, my ritual sacrifices, my living and my dying are all for God, the Lord of the worlds. No partner he has. Thus I am commanded, and I am the foremost of Muslims. وأنا أول المسلمين. هو سماكم مسلمين من قبل. He named you Muslims from before. And Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, he was though this is in general and could be addressing Sayyidina Muhammad alayhi salam, but Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam named us Muslims from before. Shall I seek someone other than God as Lord, while He is the Lord of all things? Everyone must bear the consequences of that which he does. No bearer of a burden can bear the burden of another. So there is no original sin that is transmitted from one generation to the other. You are responsible for your mistakes, for your sins, for your judgmental mistakes. Everyone must bear the consequences of that which he does. No bearer of a burden can bear the burden of another. Then to your Lord will be your return, and He will inform you of that on which you used to differ. He it is who has made you take the place of others on the earth, and has exalted some of you over others in rank, that he may try you by that which he has bestowed upon you. Surely your Lord is swift in punishment, surely he is most forgiving, ever merciful. قل إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين لا شريك له بذلك أمرت وأنا أول المسلمين. قل أغير الله أبغي ربا وهو رب كل شيء ولا تكسب كل نفس إلا عليها ولا تزر وازرة وزر أخرى ثم إلى ربكم مرجعكم فينبئكم بما كنتم فيه تختلفون والذي جعلكم خلائف الأرض ورفع بعضكم فوق بعض درجات ليبلوكم فيما آتاكم إن ربك سريع العقاب وإنه لغفور رحيم. I think for accuracy in terms of the He it is who has made you take the place of others on the earth. Really, Adam alayhi salam, from when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informed the angels that He was going to create a Khalifa, it was not to replace others, because this has created some problems about the nature of the others who came before us as human beings. They we are considered Homo sapiens. That's our scientific name, and we rank highest. But when they speak about the other the other human beings who existed before us, I've been following the narrative. They say that we had intermarriage with them. They say that they are capable of taking care of their elderly. They say so. They keep saying that they were capable of doing things that we do. Okay. So the like the Neanderthals, I think it is deliberate rather. It is the way they draw them, because of course there are no pictures. They they draw them as less than human. And you know that this is human creativity, if you will. It is problematic. One can speak about this in a different context, or maybe at the very beginning of the next session, if there is room. Until then, سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.